Hello, this is Malorian, and this is the Orc Tactical Team, and today we're going to be talking about Wood Elves and 8th. Just one of the things that somebody asked me to talk about. So, yeah, basically they're fucked. Oh, no, sorry. So, in 8th, Wood Elves took a huge hit. Looking from the way things changed, all of a sudden you have it so that if you ever need to take the Watchtower, all your archers aren't really good at that. Combat's happening faster. You can't march block the other side. You're just getting ripped apart in combat. You're not getting even half points for when you shoot some things. War machines are harder to take out. Cannons are killing your guys easier. It just sounds really bad. But the main thing is that you have to look at Wood Elves the same way you look at Beastmen. If you run Beastmen the way that they used to run, yeah, those people think Beastmen suck, and that's because they lose all the time. Oh yeah, I just take all these big hordes of Gores and Ungores and ambush all around. Yeah, well that doesn't work. That's not how 8th works anymore. And the same thing has to go with 8th, or Wood Elves, sorry. Now, some of the things you have to work back into your list is things like banners. In my list, I didn't take any banners. I had my general, so if I ever got Blood and Glory, I would just lose. So right there, you have to have that planned in and put banners just wherever you can, right? Next thing you have to look at is the Watchtower. Well, how are you elves going to be taking this Watchtower, defending it? Well, luckily we have one unit that's not too bad. If you take Dryads and take them in a unit of 20, well then they can start in a building, and they're also really good for fighting the building, right? Each guy has 2 attacks, strength 4, toughness 4. They do really well for building assaults and defenses. So, great thing right there. Now, archers have a little bit of trouble. Now, whereas before you'd have these, just a bunch of lines, or just be shoot, 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 blah, blah, blah. Now you can't really do that. And so what I'd really do is either I would take skirmishing archers if you can, and you can't have more than regulars, so you have to be having your base ones anyway, but really you might have some points freed up because your Way Watchers aren't worthwhile anymore either. The way that their scout works, it changed, the way that they go through forest change. So instead of having Way Watchers as your scouts, you might as well have regular archers for your core for scouts, so they can just run around. And that's one thing that you have to really keep in mind, is even though march blocking changed so you can't slow them down anymore, they can't slow you down anymore. Wood Elves have great basic leadership, and as long as you pass that, your skirmishing archers can run all over the place, and they won't be able to catch you unless they do really good at pinning you in. And then as soon as you have an opening, boom, you're gone. So do that. Make sure you have some banners thrown in there just to help for that mission. Remember, for your line archers, if you have to take those, that you can always be fleeing to try and basically it's your draw tactics, your stall tactics, and then if he ever goes too aggressive, run past him, right? Great things like that. Another way you can do regular archers is go big. So in that idea, you're going and taking, I don't know, at least 40, just massive units. And the idea behind this is that, first of all, when you're shooting, you have your volley fire, so fire, 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 you're doing lots of damage, and then once they get to you, you're going to be steadfast. You might even need to put in a character with the stubborn item just to be safe. And the idea is that either you take such a big unit that when they get to you, they can't wipe you out, so basically whatever you kill with your arrows during the first couple of turns, those are your points giving you the win, and then you just tie them up for the entire game. Or you can either then after tie them up and flank them with either your tree men. Treekin do amazing. I mean, they're fairly expensive, but strength 5, toughness 5, 3 attacks each, stomp. These guys do lots of damage. So if you think of it, if your archers were first, say, in horde formation, 40 of them, shoot, 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 shoot. Oh, just about to be in combat. Okay, reform would be ranks. They charge you, you hold, you flank, and then you can break them. So that's another way you can work it. Another thing you can do is the folding fortress. If you don't have to worry about them coming in and breaking your steadfast or whatever, well, just give the folding fortress to one of your guys. Throw everybody inside, and now you're fine. Shoot, 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 shoot. All your characters are safe in there because they would just be fighting regular archers. You're only fighting half as many combats because, of course, they can only charge you, and then after they get backed out, you're always going to be stubborn. And the main thing is you can still be shooting on your turns too. So that's actually one of the reasons why the Folding Fortress is banned in some of these tournaments, is because people doing this. But hey, when you are in a bad shape, you might as well go for it, right? And the other thing is that it's kind of a gray area. So this is another thing where for people that are, trying to play nice, maybe close your ears for a second. But for those are real tournament players, and it's allowed in the tournament, it's a real gray area about how you're supposed to build the folding fortress. You only get to shoot 5 guys per level, but it doesn't tell you for your folding fortress exactly what it has to be. So you could easily say, oh yeah, there's 10 layers, right? Just make 10 layers of windows going up. And then you can be shooting with all your guys instead of 15. And as well, if somebody then forces you to say that, oh no, you only get 3 layers, remember, you could always be shoot, 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 shoot. They're getting close, into the tower. And then just go from there. So there's a way you can make that tactic work. Another thing that I'm really liking, though, is I think that the Glade Riders are amazing because they are so fast. You could throw the banner in there. They have those free reforms, and they're not going to be march blocked. If I had the models for it, I'd probably run an entire army that's just all Glade Riders, because you can just do the ultimate you can't catch me, shoot, 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 and just run circles around them. I mean, they have movement 9, so as soon as you have any gap whatsoever that you can break through, bam, you're gone. You even got your free scout move before, so you can try getting behind them, charging into their war machines and taking them out. Their war machines don't really do all that much damage to you. Well, sure, a cannon might kill a couple of guys, no big deal. It's not like, a big blast falling into a middle block of archers or anything like that. So I think that's a great way to run them. Just run around and shoot. And another thing that while you're doing this, we have to keep in mind that Wood Elves are actually fairly good with magic. They have the one magic item so that you can re-roll your dispel attempt, which is huge. As far as, just getting another chance and having a better chance for double 6s if you ever need to try and stop something irresistibly. And they also have access, or at least the Lord level character does, to the lore life, which is arguably one of the best lores in the entire game. So if you look at that, you can still really work the archer game. You could work the whole running around game. The hard part is just if you ever want to do combat. And if you really want to do combat, I mean, you could do the Eternal Guard, especially if you beef them up with the Lore of Life. Then, they can do fairly solid in combat, backed up with some treemen and some treekin. You could really make the combat list work. The problem is that you are kind of being outclassed in a lot of areas. Your tough things are really expensive, really vulnerable to war machines and things, which are going to be more accurate, and you can't hide anywhere. So you could do that, but I just would suggest to go for the run around and shoot. To go back to the very beginning, everybody out there, you just have to realize that 8th is a completely different game, and you can't run your Wood Elves like you used to. Just like Beastmen, if you do that, you'll lose. So there you have it. There's Wood Elves in 8th. Hope you liked it. Bye.